In the last two videos, we covered macro and micro level research necessary to support successful cross-selling. At this point, we've identified the best cross-selling opportunities and the key players involved in the decision. We'll illustrate these with the white space analysis and account research from the last module. The first part of your approach strategy is your key player analysis. Key players influence buying decisions, so you want to know 1. Who they are, 2. How well they know you, and 3. The role they play in the purchase. We use the term economic buyer for the people who own the budget and who are ultimately accountable for earning a return on investment for their organization. Technical buyer refers to people who implement and support the purchase once it's made. For example, they may be information security people who are responsible for certifying applications prior to integrating a technology solution. Finally, there are user buyers, who are the people who will be using the solution. They're important because if they perceive difficulty using your solution, they may lobby against it. Then, you need to determine how much each buyer influences the purchasing decision and understand their perception of you. This is something that you can learn by asking your sponsor. For example, what's the key player's relationship with the economic buyer? And what relationship does the key player have with the competitor? And if you replace your competitor, how will that reflect upon the key player? No one wants to look like they made a bad decision, so you need to be thinking about how you can help that key player save face. Finally, you want to know how well your solution aligns with your customers' drivers, initiatives, and pains. Again, this will take some analysis and inference on your part, but ideally, you will confirm the alignment with the key player. Let's go back to Dwight's example and do a key player analysis. It's easiest to work across a business unit, in this case, the Midwest region. There are 3 key players. The first is Sean Davis, who is the Midwest office manager. He's been your sponsor and your main contact in the account. He has medium influence and a favorable perception of you. 2, Jessica Harris, who's the Midwest general manager. You've never met Jessica, but she's the economic buyer and owns P&L for the region. She has very high influence and has a neutral perception of us. And finally, there's Ron Chin, the corporate CIO. You've met him once. He's a technical buyer because our ink will be feeding his printers, and he's concerned about quality and compatibility. He has medium influence in the decision, and he likes the current ink supplier, so his perception of us is unfavorable. We'll use all this information to create an approach strategy, which we'll cover in the next module.